Adrian Lozano show. And the beep beep telephone, it's a little place to call your own, where the facts are still unknown. It's the Adrian Lozano show.
Hello, my name is Adrian Lozano, and this is the Adrian Lozano show. What is it? It's a show where I share with you the things that I feel you should know, or you'd be better off knowing. Just a little bit of Texan point of view. So it's Tuesday the 16th of October. And you are listening to the Adrian Lozano show. And I am here with my lovely and favorite co-host of all the co-hosts, my mother. Mother, say hello.
Hello.
And today I wanted to discuss with you some Halloween stories, Halloween traditions, and all-around crazy costumes that you forced me in no way to wear.
No way. You loved it.
Yeah, every single one of them. I may or may not at one time have been a Ninja Turtle, and I may or may not at one time have been an extraterrestrial.
E.T.
So please, Mother, let us know
That
what
was
is
a
it.
good one. The extraterrestrial. That was a good. And then you were also the Ninja Turtle. I had your shell made and stuffed, custom.
Custom stuffed.
Yeah, so that way it could fit you perfect.
Tailored shells.
Well, I just always wanted you to have whatever you wanted.
Oh, and that's what I wanted. I wanted to be a turtle?
Yep.
God, I love being a turtle! I'm not really a turtle.
I wonder whatever happened to that extraterrestrial costume. That was a doozy. Everybody would want to stop you and take pictures with you.
If you have a picture with a young man from San Antonio who's dressed like E.T., you can send that in to the Adrian Lozano show at gmail.com. Adrian Lozano show, all one word.
Remember, you were Superman, you were Batman, Ninja Turtles.
She's talking to you, the listeners, not me. I was never these things.
Yes, he was. And he would always wear it more than just in Halloween.
What?
He would go to sleep with his cape.
That's healthy, right?
Yeah, but you're still doing it.
Shh. What are you doing to me? What's your favorite thing about Halloween? The movie with Jamie Lee Curtis. No.
I love that they're going to do this remake one, and she's a part of it, and she's older, and he's still around, you know?
You saw that trailer?
Yeah, I saw that. That's incredible. I love movies like that. You know, I mean, even though I would never watch it alone, one of my favorite movies is The Exorcist.
Oh, yes. It's a damn good movie.
Hell yeah, it is. I saw it for the very first time in a drive-in, the Mission Drive-In.
Wow.
That was crazy. I was so scared. I had to go to the bathroom, and I went to go to the bathroom, and then on the way back, I wasn't looking. I was just looking at the screen. Then I opened the door and got into a car that wasn't the car I came in.
Jesus.
Got into a car with strangers, and then I started screaming. They started screaming, and I got out and ran. That was incredible. That was funny. It was with my sister Nana.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Yeah, that was crazy. What the hell? Night of the Demons.
Oh yeah, no, we're not. We're doing a show, lady. We're not doing Night of the Demons here. So that's what made The Exorcist last in your mind. You're like, it made it extra scary.
Yeah, it was funny, you know, because it's something that, well, I mean, it wasn't funny for me at the time, but now that, you know, I'm way older, I see it and I go, oh, yeah, that was stupid. Because that was one of those memories that you have that imprint itself on your brain. Because, you know, you can't remember everything, but there's certain memories that you never will forget, you know?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Oh,
Did you what do you call it? Did you trick or treat much when you were a kid?
hell yeah, I did.
What were some of your favorite costumes?
Let's see. A bride. That was one of my favorite ones. I used to love to walk around. I used to go to thrift stores and buy bride dresses. And I used to love to, and I didn't want to be an ugly, scary bride. I wanted to be,
bride.
a bride. And so, but it was just an opportunity to wear a bride's dress. That was it. I enjoyed the hell out of that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and then Wonder Woman.
Oh, wow.
Even as an adult, I was Wonder Woman.
Oh.
Made the boots and all. Remember I told you? When I was working at the R Bar.
That's right. I have a picture of that.
Yeah.
I don't know how that slipped my memory, but yeah, that was more recent though than anything. I was talking about when you were a kid.
That too though, and also.
That's right. Oh my God, you pulled that off. That was so cool how you pulled that off.
I was a witch. I liked being the witch because. Do you remember with Bugs Bunny during Halloween, they would have the witch that would do the brewing? She was a big old scary witch, and every time she shook, bobby pins would come out of her hair and stuff. And it was just, I don't even remember what her name was. Bruelda or whatever.
Broomhilda?
No.
I
don't know. It was a witch that would come out with Bugs Bunny, and she would be the one to do the spells and everything. And so,
okay. Your phone?
It's over there.
Okay.
But yeah, so that was something that I remembered to be a witch, and then what else? I don't remember, but I know that I was those things. I think it was pretty much the common thing, princess, things like that.
Tax agent, typical girl stuff.
Yeah. Bookkeeper.
Yeah. That one time you went as MacGyver.
Crazy.
I gotta say, I remember the E.T. costume very fondly. And I remember the Ninja Turtles one very fondly. I was Superman more times than I can count.
Yeah.
I don't know if I was ever Batman or Spider-Man.
Yes, you were Batman and Spider-Man.
Oh, wow. Oh, well, that makes sense. I guess I went through, it's like after being Superman a bunch of times. Makes sense.
Whatever was on sale.
I remember having a Hulk raincoat.
Yes.
And also...
a Spider-Man bike.
A Spider-Man bike with a banana seat that I foolishly left out. But still to this day, it was an amazing bike. I miss you, bike. Hopefully one day you'll return home. But I'll be here waiting for you. Anyway, I had a lot of weird stuff. A lot of cool, unique stuff. But to me, it was like looking back on it.
She opened up the bag.
Of,
where the sausages.
No, sweetheart.
And that is Cal doing her wonderful Houdini impression. Opening zippers. I'm so glad that you liked your keychain with her ears.
Louise's ears?
Yeah.
With her ears, not Cal's ears.
Not Cal's ears. Louise's ears on Bob's Burger. But
what are your philosophies on giving out candy? Because I remember us going out more than giving candy.
I like to do that because I like now. I guess as being an adult, I like to give it out. I think that it's fun to look at all the different things. And, people are so creative. It's a new age now. Before, you used to wear a sheet and cut out the eyes. Now it's so detailed. And when you were growing up, doing your, the shell on the costume, stuffing everything, it was, I had somebody make the body, and then I did the shell. But, and you were the blue one.
That's Leonardo. He was the one, because he had two swords. He had two swords,
that's man. That's right. We bought plastic swords.
Yeah, I guess that's why I like Leonardo, because he always had...
I had forgotten about that.
Like everybody else has... Okay, Michelangelo has nunchucks, Donatello has a stick, and Raphael has the sai. It's the one weapon with the three. And, Leonardo had two swords. He's double fisting swords. like an alcoholic, one with like a beer in each hand. This man goes out to fight justice.
That's funny.
But yeah, that's who I had.
We went to a new place last Friday with some friends of ours. John and I. It's called Bar America downtown.
Mm-hmm.
And it was pretty neat. Very reasonable. Very cheap. Like, you know, we bought some table appetizers. And, like, they give you a whole tray of tater tots for $3. You know, and they got chips and queso. They got all kinds of stuff, burgers. But they have a happy hour, and everything's pretty reasonable. And we liked it. We enjoyed ourselves.
Witch Hazel.
Witch Hazel, exactly. That is her.
Did you ever? You dressed up as Witch Hazel?
I think I did dress up as Witch Hazel, but the green paint wouldn't stay on my face.
Yes.
It kept on sliding off.
What did you think? Or did people think you were the witch from Wizard of Oz?
No. I look like Witch Hazel.
Oh, wait a minute.
Hey, Mama. Yeah, that's the one. She would come out with Bugs Bunny. She would always be like that, putting her hand on her chin.
I don't know, I like, I liked dressing up, but I don't, like, do it anymore, and I would throw Halloween parties, but I don't anymore, and I don't have the urge to give out candy. I'm becoming one of those creepy house old, yes, I guess I am. Thank you for coming into the studio, Mom, and labeling me as a hermit that I am.
Yep.
But, you know what, at least...
It's all good.
Yeah, isn't it?
You're crazy.
To my audience that I promised I'd never watch the movie The Meg, there's only one woman that can convince me otherwise, and I am now enduring that.
Stop it, it's so cool.
Oh, God. And I'm like, I'm what, 25, 26 minutes in, and I was like, how long? How much, what do we got? And yeah, it's an hour and 49, so you got a Meg review coming your way. Stay tuned. Yay. So I am done with that Megala movie.
Why? It was good, and you know it.
I
ready to watch it again. I mean, what the heck?
No, I'm good. I'm like, one and done, as they say where I'm from.
I
one
tried
and
to say
done.
one and done when you were forcing me at gunpoint to watch the stupid Power Rangers.
But that was out of love.
No, this is out of love as well.
Oh, gosh.
It was a big shark. And not just one, spoiler alert, but two big sharks. Yeah. One a lot bigger.
Very Lake Placid-y. With the double alligators, come on.
Yeah, that's true.
Or crocodiles, I forget which one it is.
Look at the difference, I mean, in the size. And how come they didn't show them putting that big-ass fish on the boat?
You figured that would be...
How did they get that one on there?
I don't know. This whole, like, this... You know. I don't like that, what's his name? Michael Statham?
No, I said Michael by accident. It's Jason Statham.
It's Jason versus Michael Statham.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be playing a drunk. He didn't seem drunk to me. Seemed coherent and, what does he call it?
He wasn't supposed to be playing a drunk. It was just his life of leisure now that, you know, he had that first mishap that they showed you at the beginning of the movie. So, you know, he was so well off that he went and he bought boats and rented them out even though they were broken, and he didn't
like
care.
A good guy does. Okay, there's no sense of urgency in this movie.
Oh my God, you and your sense of urgency. You want everybody running.
Yes, it's like we've got 18 hours. We're going to take a leisure trip to Thailand and listen to Oh Mickey, You're So Fine in Taiwanese.
Yes.
And then fucking, I don't know. It's like we're all gonna kick back, have this beer. Yeah.
Dude.
No rush. You know, it's like, hey, life, oxygen. These things are in the balance
That's
right now.
crazy. Look at that storage unit floating down the way. It's gonna go to another property. They go, okay, we got a new storage unit.
Well,
'Cause what if
for
they
the
just pick it
listener,
up?
we are currently checking out the news and living in Texas, and there just happens to be some flooding going on.
Oh, big time flooding. The Colorado, the Guadalupe, all the rivers.
There were dams that were beat up.
Oh, yeah.
God
Bridges
dams.
that were just wiped away before our eyes.
Yeah.
You know.
We weren't there, but, you know, we saw
But
it.
it was before our eyes. It was still on the doggone news.
You and your technicalities. I love you.
Yeah.
So we've got, oh, yeah.
Look at that. That's scary.
Sarah Spivey.
Oh, at least Lake LBJ is now, more appropriately,
The flower of the floodwaters.
Oh, power.
The flower of the power.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
No.
Terrible movie, The Meg. Terrible.
No, it wasn't. It was not.
And then it just ends with that little Asian girl being like, so you want my mama, huh?
No.
Yeah.
They showed him almost naked, bathing.
And yeah, I'm good. I don't,
Yeah.
not something that makes me want to see this movie again.
Okay, well, let's hit play.
No, that's
No. Hit
Well,
play. It was good. You know it.
No, I didn't. Aside from me not wanting to see it, overall, like, I felt like it didn't cause enough damage. Like, there wasn't enough to be afraid of with the Meg. Like, it wasn't enough lives weren't in danger. Even when the whole beach was evacuated, there were no fatalities. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were all huddled up in one spot. But there was,
Sure there was. How about the guy walking in the clear plastic ball? He ate the ball and the guy in it. You know, I mean,
all right, I'll give you that. There was that, but there wasn't enough fatalities, in my opinion, for it to, like, warrant this is an emergency. And then how stupid was Rainn Wilson when he tried to blow it up himself?
I
and
know.
he blew up a fucking whale.
Then he also got eaten by it.
Yeah, people were eaten, but I feel like it wasn't, like, in the end, like, 3 of the main characters died?
Yeah.
Well, not main characters, but, like, the ones that were part of, I guess the core story that were there from the beginning. Because we lost that Hiro Nakamura guy.
Yeah.
And then we lost that bearded guy, right?
Yeah, the wall.
Yeah, and then we lost,
the father.
That's right, whoever his name was.
The doc.
Yeah.
Where is that at?
That's the trans guide camera. It's guiding the trans guide. I'm sure the listeners love this. We watch Trans Guide because it's, you know, it's 2018 and we're like that.
It's forced upon us.
Yeah.
That's why, because I don't care about trans guys.
1604, Kyle.
Mm.
Shout out to the air. We just saw you on Trans Guide.
Oh, what?
It's
That's ridiculous.
ridiculous.
Don't forget, we gotta change it to Channel 5 because of Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, we will. And
What?
we just might. Okay, so, all fortuning of wheels aside, that was a terrible movie.
No, it was not terrible. I totally disagree with you because it kept you looking at the screen. It kept you interested, you know, and they weren't shy about biting baby whales in half, you know, or the mama getting eaten. I mean, you didn't get to see that, but boy, did you see the baby whale get eaten. Half of it fell apart. The shark had to come all the way back for the other half. Oh, my God. So good. So good. Let me see.
Okay, there was something interesting that I thought would have caused more damage. When that crane got whipped around and pulled the boat around,
Yeah.
I seriously thought that would have caused way more damage. The fuck?
Yeah. Well, it did, get a lot of damage when the second shark came and ate the first one. I couldn't believe that.
It did knock over the boat, yes, and create a situation where, I don't know, it just became...
How much more bigger was the second shark? Come on.
ridiculous. It was ridiculously large.
It was double the size of the first one.
And, I don't know, just... It's not... This dude, I don't believe that this dude could do this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't buy Statham as this guy.
Why?
I just said I don't know.
What is it about it? His good looks?
He's
his
like a thug
ruggedness?
to me.
He's bald? I don't know.
Is he bald? No, it doesn't matter if he's fucking bald or not.
Shadow? I mean, what
Yes,
is
it's the
it?
shadow. No, it's him as like, I don't see him as a dude that could operate a sub, at all.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
God, he's pretty.
Prettiness has nothing to do with...
everything to do with it, and that's that.
It's like, pretty doesn't make you... being pretty
yes,
doesn't...
it does, because look at Captain America. If he was ugly, it would not work.
He just recently tweeted that he finished they just wrapped for all the Captain America scenes on Avengers 4.
Wow.
So that might be it for him, because I think that was the last movie in his contract. So he might be done with Captain America for a while.
He's stupid if he doesn't renew something, because...
Bite your tongue, woman. He might hear this.
He is, I don't know, he's the epitome of Captain America. The look, the stature.
He's got the look.
Yeah, exactly. His shoulder span, his 20-pack. I mean, everything.
He's got a nice 20-pack of
Yes,
Anheuser
he does.
water there.
Yes, he does. That was good. I want one of those water cans. The Anheuser-Busch water cans. I would love to have one as a collector. Even though I'm not a collector, but it's still cool.
You're just a can fan.
Well, I mean, that's a unique can. See, all these other cans, you can go to the store and buy them.
What you're not understanding, listener, is that if it's unique, you gotta get it.
Yeah.
Like Iron Man used to be on the Dr. Pepper cans for Iron Man 2's promotion.
Right.
I remember that. And I even saw, what's his name, fucking Mickey Rourke.
Yeah.
I remember seeing him on like a Diet Dr. Pepper can. So there are some cans, I guess, worth getting for all you Mickey Rourke fans out there.
Exactly.
I don't know who...
I don't know why we ended up turning and talking about Mickey Rourke.
Yes, but I guess we'll just have to agree to disagree that Mickey Rourke probably watched the Meg.
Of 98. Yeah, the Meg. Okay, we're going to watch it again.
No, we're not. We're done watching the Meg.
No, we're going to watch it again.
No, I'm good. I thought we were going to watch these two guys yell at the microphones in front of them.
Yeah, tonight.
Tonight they're gonna debate, but they should debate like shirtless, and then also arm wrestle. They should also arm wrestle, and then
have oil all over them.
I said nothing of the sort. No.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Yeah, it's off mic.
Oh God. I hate those earrings. I don't know why they always say they're so popular. Ew, I don't know. I just don't like them.
For the people who are listening, describe the earrings.
They're like a teardrop, form of a teardrop, but large, about maybe 1.5 inches large.
More pointy edged.
With plastic filling, like a black stone, or I don't know. They're supposed to be very popular, the brand, but don't like it. So what are they saying?
I don't want to know.
Pink wig.
Scoliosis. So we're done with the news and we're on to stories of Wheel of Fortune making you throw stuff at the TV.
No, yes, just a little bit.
Got
me so mad.
Apricot
jam.
Apricot ham.
Yeah, he would have said something like that instead.
Oh.
Stupid cow.
Apricot slam.
Stupid. Very stupid.
Stupid. Apricot yam.
Yeah, I mean, he says apricot yams, and you're like, no, do it. He went blank.
A new letter, no, a new news.
You're kidding. You're not a skin peeler offer anymore.
Join the Wheel Watchers Club at wheeloffortune.com. Nice show. Nuts.
Absolutely.
Are you going to give out candy? I love giving out candy.
Yes, I'm not. Like I said earlier, I got no.
I know, but it's fun. I mean, I just thought maybe you would change your mind.
Over the course of the Meg, it's made me not want to give out candy even more.
So you're going to give out little shark teeth?
Oh, God, no. You did, like I have an abundance of shark teeth. I collect those shark teeth for my own personal reasons.
Damn right.
Part of my religion.
Damn right. Think about it. Everybody would get one, and every time they stick their hands in the candy bag, they get,
cut.
Yeah, cut up. Shark, teeth stuck in there.
Like little razors.
Yeah. Sorry, saw the ending of the Meg and forgot that they cut open a shark that's 30 feet long.
I don't know. I don't buy Statham as a shark cutter, especially like I think this guy has trouble like walking. Like I like him in. You know which movie I like him in? Like I was gonna say Walking and Chewing Gum, but I like him in Spy with Melissa McCarthy.
Oh yes, he was
That's where I like him.
comedic. His comedic was very dry, but it was.
But he wasn't
good.
the lead. He wasn't the lead. He wasn't in every fucking scene, and he wasn't like saving people left and right.
You're right.
And in this, I just don't buy that this one dude could do all this shit. Like, it's just not.
I do, because he's, it's the imaginary, I don't know. I just think that it's pretty good. And come on, there's got to be megalodons. They've found their teeth. It just so happens to be that why did he have to do that?
The shark just got stabbed in the eye, folks.
Yes, he did, and he stabbed him, but good.
Mm-hmm.
And even though he cut him up on the under the belly, oh my God, he filleted him. We're having shark steaks for everybody.
For a while.
Yep. And you like them. You've eaten them. I've seen you.
Don't tell anyone. No, yes, I've had. It's delicious.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, and it turns into a feeding frenzy.
With all the sharks, the little sharks eating the big shark.
Yeah.
And he's still alive.
As is life. Eventually, we all fall victim to little sharks.
And the Asian girl to the rescue.
And we all get rescued by an Asian girl at some point.
No.
It's part of life. It's in the Bible. It's in the Bible, Mom.
Oh my God. The shark swimming through the other shark. Did not see that.
Shark in shark.
Yeah, white on white.
Look, I just, I care not for sharks. Jaws.
Dun-dun.
I've watched the Jaws quadrilogy or whatever.
Yeah, me too.
Several times, and I don't know.
Why is it that we do that? We go back to the Jaws. I can watch Jaws over and over again.
But there's very little shark in the Jaws movies.
It's all about the what do you call it? The temptation or the
temptation. All I ever wanted. No. Temptation.
Like when you're expecting something to happen.
Suspense. Anticipation.
Anticipation.
Yeah,
that's it.
You're back on track now. You're paying attention. Look, see, the daughter's all like, can I cut in here and pimp out my mom?
Oh my God.
And to our friends. And then the guy who's always playing a terrorist, he's a good guy.
Yeah, he's a good office guy. What the hell is that about? They're trying to change the stereotype. That's crazy, right?
Well, it's not crazy, but it's just not believable with that particular guy who happens to be evil.
Yeah, that's true. He is always a bad guy.
And he's a great bad guy.
He is a great bad guy.
So it's like, just like Statham, it's like, I don't know, this guy's a murderer. We've seen him kill several people.
No.
Look at all...
Murderer.
He's always
always locking people in their fuck. And then the dog lives, which is great.
Yes, thank God the dog lives, Pippin.
But they killed so many sharks. I don't know. I'm not. I don't know. Like my mother said, why would I end up in the middle of the ocean? Why would I be there? And now she goes fishing on a regular basis.
I do go fishing. I have caught 4 fish in my lifetime.
And she releases them in an effort to psychologically destroy the fish.
Yes. My last fish that I caught was a yellow fin.
Son of a SOB, or is it? Or it's SOB. There's no son of an SOB. And then you have to listen to this song when you're watching the credits. Yeah, there's that. I mean...
Come on, you know your foot was a tapping.
Okay, to the beat of that song, of course, why not? But to this, I don't know. It's based off a novel by some guy named Steve. Didn't catch his last name. The credits were moving. I just turned my head and saw.
This is in pretty good condition. This is a good movie.
It
kept you alert, but yet it was, lighthearted.
It was longer than it should have been and dragged on when it shouldn't have.
It needed to be longer.
It needed to be. No. Mother, I'm concerned about your well-being. I want to go on record as saying that liking this movie might be a sign of something worse. We'll have to cat scan you later. We'll get one of my cats to scan you. And then Michael Statham will be informed of the results.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. I said Michael Statham, but I meant Jason.
His brother, Jason.
Oh my gosh.
You know that new sound you've been looking for? Well, transport her to this.
Barry. This is your cousin Chuck, or what was
Marvin.
It? Oh, Marvin.
It's your cousin Chuck. Like, what do you want?
What do you want?
What is it now, Marvin? I mean, Chuck.
Chuck.
Who's calling who here?
Exactly. Doggone it.
Oh, now you're throwing stuff around.
Yeah, just a little. I was getting my hat.
Okay, well, look,
And Cliff Curtis.
Everybody's favorite Cliff Curtis. So, about Halloween, the movie, how many of those have you seen, and how do you feel about Michael Myers as a killer?
I have seen, I believe, all of them, and as far as Michael Myers, he's very scary because he's the ultimate do not die villain and murderer. Scary. He's more like like a scary thing. Okay, well, I guess this wraps up this show.
This part of the show.
This part of the show. I really enjoyed being here with you today.
Thank you very much. Always a pleasure having you here.
Thank you. Well, goodbye, everybody.
I love it. Okay, so it is October. What would you say, sir, were your favorite Halloween costumes as a child? Or did you even dress up?
You know, as a young child, my parents always gave me something stupid, like a pumpkin or like...
That is stupid.
Yeah,
Pumpkins are stupid. If you're a pumpkin listening to this...
You're fucking stupid.
You're fucking stupid.
But,
that's what my friend says.
I was always fond of the pirate,
Oh.
Now as an adult...
adult pirates! You got a big old bulge and...
do adults really dress up?
You got a cock on your shoulder instead of a parrot?
Typically adults now, women just dress up as total whores, and I prefer the old yoga sheet, and then...
Yoga sheet?
You get a nice white sheet.
Toga.
Toga.
Toga, yeah. Yoga
is different.
Yes. It's different from toga.
Yes.
If you had a yoga sheet on, it would be very tight, and you could probably see your camel toe through it.
Probably be standing on it or something.
Yeah, there you go.
Yoga.
That would be a mat.
Yeah, do the old toga thing, And, if you gotta turn it into a Klansman costume, you can,
At the drop of a hat.
At the drop of a hat.
So did you go out trick-or-treating more, or did you give away candy and stay home more?
I remember this from your last episode, which I listened to, because I listened to all your episodes.
Oh, shit! We got a fan in the house!
I was always one that went out. I was also very poor, much like yourself.
Ah, yes.
And
I'll toast to that.
we didn't give away
2 golden
candy.
shiners right here.
We didn't give away candy. We went out and
got
it, like procured it, if you will, and brought it home in bucket loads. And my brothers and sisters would dump it all out into one pile. This is our booty, because we were dressed as pirates, of course.
Jeez, the whole family.
Eye patches. We'll wear earrings. My mom was a stripper, so I just took her hoops and,
Her fishnets.
Yeah. Her hoops, her fishnets, her high heels, everything, really.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Anyway, there weren't too many high heel pirates walking around. But, we had our fair share. Because normally they're wearing the Captain America pirate boots with the flap over it. And, so, weird random phone calls aside, I get those every now and then where I hit it, hello, and there's nothing on the other end. And I'm like, are you there, Jesus?
No.
No! So you are there? Right now we are drinking the Golden Harvest. That's from Kung Fu films. We're drinking Shiner Golden. If anybody knows Golden Harvest, then I love you. You know Golden Harvest. But, I was going to finish up this segment here, and you will actually be on a segment with my mother. If you want to say hello to my mother, you can do that now.
Hello, Mother.
That's very nice of you.
Mother?
Are you my mother?
No, Rupert.
No, Rupert. Jesus. Yeah, I recently discussed with my mother the fact that I was the extraterrestrial. I was E.T. I was Leonardo from the Ninja Turtles.
Oh, God. Radical.
I had 2 swords. That's my who's your favorite Ninja Turtle?
Probably Donatello.
Really? The guy with a stick?
Yeah.
The guy with a stick.
Hey, walk tall, carry a big stick.
Oh, my God. He walked like a turtle, and he fucking apparently loved tech, but
walk turtle, carry a big stick.
Walk like a turtle. Yeah, that song. Walk like a man, do things to a man.
Right.
Then you're a man, my son. No, too soon? Where'd my beer go? Because this is my empty candy.
I always admire the Ninja Turtles. I mean, they sat in sewers and ate pizza. I mean, who does that?
Anybody who loves being unsanitary.
Yeah.
I mean, it's disgusting down there.
How do they have friends?
I'm sure April kept her distance, or probably just had an amazing tolerance for toxic waste.
I love swimming in Ross.
Were you ever? I love it. Were you ever anything cool other than a pirate? Like, what was your favorite Halloween costume? The one that you thought was the most badass?
Yes, I went through a Spider-Man phase.
You were Spider-Man? Really? I was Spider-Man at one point. There's no proof of that, but my mother tells me so. I mean, for all I know, she could have just had me at home.
Yeah, I can't even watch a Spider-Man movie now. And then, of course, the new video games.
Are you scarred because you were Spider-Man?
And now, yeah, maybe so. I don't know. I used to love the cartoon. Now I'm just like totally over Spider-Man. It's like,
you're over him?
I'm over him. Man.
For real?
I mean, even the cartoon, it got pretty dark in some of those episodes.
I love it. Yeah, some of them were pulled from the comics, like not exactly word for word, but the storylines were essentially the same, and it was very good. So, damn, I did not know that. Well, I just wanted to wrap that up. So your plans as an old man, wrapping up this Halloween section for this Halloween episode that I'm building. Your plans as an old man. Do you plan to give out candy now that you're an old man?
Ooh, maybe.
I mean, you're well into your 40s.
I'm 30 years old. If I ever owned a house, as you do, sir,
yes,
then I may consider it. But luckily, I live on a military base with a large fence around it.
We're giving things to children is not permitted.
Yeah, especially in the barracks, because we're all going to be pretty drunk. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I would imagine so. It's like, kids don't need to hear what's going on in here.
Yeah.
Drink it, you motherfuckers! Kids, we're going to go to this next room called the exit.
Yeah.
Start off by saying, this is your friendly neighborhood, Adrian Lozano, reminding you to take a crime out of bites. And I am here. It is Thursday, the holiest day. Thursday, what's today?
This 18th.
Thank you. Thursday, the 18th of October. And
only a couple of days from Halloween being released.
That's this Friday.
Yeah.
That lovely voice you hear chiming in and giving me the dates is the one, the only.
That's Chris. I'm Chris. What's going on, folks? How is your day going? My day's actually going pretty well, despite everything that's going on outside, all the pandalirium from the skies, as it were.
Pandalirium.
Yeah, I'm actually having a pretty good day, man. Nothing like a day with ice cream in it.
Oh yeah.
Everybody loves ice cream. Unless you don't, of course. But
if you don't,
then I'm sure there's something else that's your.
May God have mercy on your soul.
I was gonna say so there's probably something that's your equivalent, but that one works too.
Yeah, whatever. Listeners, if you are listening for the first time, then you are wondering what the hell is going on. This is a special episode. This is a Halloween episode compiled of 3 stories of Halloween, along with some favorite costume talk. But before we get into that, my friend,
Cosplay.
I wanted to ask you what your verdict of the Meg was. Because I recently saw the Meg, and I did not like it. And I also promised my listeners that I would not review it. And my mother changed that when she brought it over and was like, hey, let's watch this because I want to watch it.
I got one word for my review of...
Jiggly ass. That's 2 words.
Jiggly asses are nice. However, the word for the Meg is...
Instead of a thumbs up, I give it 3 jiggly asses.
No, those are that's way too good for that movie.
No, I know, but I'm saying instead of a thumbs up.
Oh yeah, we give it 3 jiggly asses.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
I think
jiggly asses.
There's a count from.
Yeah. Smack, pop, pop. Now I really I was done with this. It was one of those movies I was just done with it about 20 minutes in.
I didn't want to see it to begin with, but I gave my mother the the fact that she wanted
trump
to see
card.
It. I guess whatever. Look, she wanted me to watch it, and I felt like why not? That's not asking much. It's not asking a lot.
Just watching a movie. The only really good part of that movie is
when it was over.
Spoilers. Is when he actually jumps up and stabs the megalodon, the super megalodon, in the eye.
Yeah, there's the 2 sharks thing.
That was cool.
That was graphic, very graphic.
But it was cool to watch. But the story fucking blew. I felt like the whole movie was just empty. It was a very hollow. A very hollow movie.
Do you buy?
I didn't really.
As a submarine operator.
Yeah. I bought him as the character that he was. I didn't.
Not transporter.
I'm
not the transporter.
Yeah. Well, I mean.
Did you ever see Spy with Melissa McCarthy?
No.
Jason Statham's in that. It's probably like my favorite performance of his.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that. I haven't really been into watching movies with Melissa McCarthy.
I know you're not the biggest Melissa McCarthy
with the
fan.
exception of Happy Time Murders.
Did you watch that?
Yeah, that was a funny movie.
Oh wow!
That was really good.
Ultimately, how did you feel about that movie?
I thought it was great. It was a great, funny movie.
Does it stand alone, like, as its own world building? Like, could you go into that movie? Could you go back into that world for more movies?
Yeah, I think so. The world where Muppets because I felt like
giving blowjobs.
Well, I felt like Muppets
should give blowjobs.
No,
they've got no teeth.
Well, that's up to them. I'll leave them to their own.
On a Muppet by Muppet basis.
Yes, exactly. I really feel like, it gave the Muppets a decent sense of legitimacy.
Indecency.
Of that and legitimacy as far as being real characters that, you could, that wouldn't be quite as silly. Like, there is, of course, some silliness to it, but I felt like some of the characters, especially the more central ones, had more of a, I guess a little more human quality to them. You know? Yeah, as opposed to, because, I mean, to me, all the Muppets, they're just silly all the time. And these, like, I feel like you could develop these characters a little bit more beyond, the surface and the gag jokes and stuff like that. And that's my personal opinion. I would visit that world.
Like it was Cool World or something. Just
Yeah.
go in there.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I have yet to see it, but that's only like due to scheduling and budgetary reasons or whatever. Like, there's certain movies that I want to fucking see that I'm gonna see. I'm gonna get around to Venom, but I'm gonna see fucking Bohemian Rhapsody.
That one looks incredible.
But for me, okay, so the Meg, like I said, are you a Jason Statham fan? Yes or no?
I'll say yes.
I am not.
I like. I think he's
Tennis shoe.
I think he does an adequate job.
The guy's got the charisma of a fucking tennis shoe.
I think he's got a little bit more than that, but I think I don't necessarily like him as the lead character, but I think he would be an excellent supporting act. I think he's an excellent supporting actor. That's my personal opinion, but of course, he's lead character in most of the movies that he's in. But
yeah, I did not like this Meg.
I didn't like and I didn't really like even the humor in it. Like the comic relief was.
My main problem with it that I told my mom about was like, there's no sense of urgency when these motherfuckers are doing a rescue. There's like, oh, we got 18 hours. They're just going to have a beer. They're leisurely walking around. There's no sense of urgency. Even when they're trying to open up, like when he's getting the tank ready and he's talking to the little Asian girl, no sense of urgency.
It gets really casual, very
Super,
fast,
like,
and then all of a sudden it's like, oh fuck, we gotta go, and then it's back to casual, and like when somebody dies, it's just like, okay, well they're dead.
Well, they're dead.
Well, what's next?
Yeah, and we lost like 3 of the main characters, but it didn't feel like
It was just kind of, well, that was an interesting adventure. Did you see how it chopped him in half?
I also didn't feel like there was enough gore. I know that there were fatalities, but I didn't feel like there were enough.
It was PG-13, wasn't it?
I do believe so.
Yeah, so that's probably why there wasn't as much gore.
I wanted more gore.
Well,
not Al Gore, but more gore.
It could have been very bloody, of course.
It could have been very Al Gore.
I think allegory.
Oh, I don't know. It's like, are you a Sharknado kind of guy? Do you like Jaws? See, yeah, I'm right there with you, my friend.
Yeah, the shark. I mean, there's only so many things he can do. The shark bites.
He can bite you, or he can bite you.
Yeah, or like run over you and like scare the fuck out of you as he, goes right past you. But I mean, yeah, he can bite. He has, the
shark.
He has no thumbs. He has.
Don't hold that against the shark. I'm sure he'll still fucking.
Oh, he's got his niche carved out. That's for sure.
He's got the look.
He's
got the look. He looks just like a shark.
Yeah, and I mean, I'd be shitting my pants too if I saw a shark coming at me. No matter what size it was.
No matter what pants I'm in.
Yeah, like if I'm in the ocean and there's a adult shark headed my way, I'm gonna be scared. But for a movie. I don't know. I don't see it carrying a whole fucking. And the other thing for me was like, if that shark was as big as he was, I don't see why he didn't just smash those boats. Like a killer whale, just come up out of the water and then just smash the fucking boat in half, or just eat it. just eat the whole fucking thing. You know, I don't see how those people.
I liked when
I don't see how those people stayed above water for an hour and a half. I like, you know, when they're up on the surface where they want to be. I don't see how they stayed up there that long. And I'm sorry, I don't see a boat outrunning a shark. I don't see it.
Interesting. Well, I don't. It was hard to buy. That whole premise was hard to buy. There were a couple of interesting parts, but...
Are you talking about the barrier part? Like how, you know, there's a whole nother area down there with...
I wanted that barrier to be like Pacific Rim.
Ecosystem.
Where you fucking go down and like they would have been falling, you know, like just like deep, like... Now, it seemed like they fell about like 60 feet. You know, and it's just like, oh, it goes down another 60 feet, guys.
Yeah, and that was the other thing that I didn't like. I was like, a fish that fucking, or a shark that massive, I don't think that little area down there is a big enough habitat for an animal that size.
By the measurements they give you, it doesn't seem like it.
And it's like, you're telling me that giant fucking thing lives in that tiny little spot? No fucking way. There's no way that it could find enough food.
Yeah.
There's no way it could find enough food or even be able to get enough exercise. You know, like, I mean, the thing
also, if it's down there,
goes up to the surface in
wouldn't
5
its whole
minutes,
biochemistry be different? Like, wouldn't it not be able to see in the light that would be in the ocean?
I think so.
I mean,
because down that far, like in the Mariana Trench, they've seen different fish and shit that lives down there.
Fish and shit.
Yeah,
that's that British dish.
Yeah, they've evolved to have like little lights and stuff on them, or like a little light in front of their face. Yeah, bioluminescence, and they this thing had none of that.
Yeah.
For one, and two, you would think. As soon as he got up to where it started getting bright, you know, before he's going to breach the surface, he would just be like, oh, fuck.
Oh, wow, that's too bright.
Dude, that hurts my head.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know.
Not just jump out like, I gotcha, you know?
I guess because along the sides of me not wanting to get into this, not wanting to watch this movie, I didn't want to like it, so I kept finding problems with it. But my mom really did like it, to tell you the truth. But she likes Jason Statham because he's pretty.
Well, it's like, Megan Fox back in the day. You know, it's like you watch the Transformers movie just to watch Megan Fox. But
yeah, you're not watching for Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, and you're not watching it for the fucking, toys either. You know, at least I wasn't. I don't know. It was I don't know. I was never really into the Transformers, so maybe that's a bad example. So, yeah, I'm sorry.
We'll be right back.
Burn.
That's, okay, cosplay's one thing, but, as far as Halloween goes, sir, what do you call it?
God damn, they're just fucking smoking on stage.
Sick bastards. We're over here trying to do a show and they're just being shirtless. I want to say it was the other. Oh, you've heard this one, right? Those boxes are a real thing.
Oh, I'm sure they are. That's not good for that high pitch though. That song was not meant to be played high pitched like that.
It was meant to be.
That sounds like shit.
It was meant to be wienered. Wiener.
And I really like when they come in with the oboe in the beginning.
Oboe.
It gives it a level of
meow meow meow.
Like it makes it a little sinister. You know, it sounds really good.
A little Lannister, if you will. Dun dun dun. What was your favorite Halloween costume when you were a kid?
That I wore, or just
that you wore when you were a kid?
I think probably my favorite one, and this is gonna Robin Hood.
Robin Hood,
yeah,
really?
I was Robin Hood.
Men in tights.
I loved my bow and arrow because it had the little suction cup on the end of each arrow, and I could shoot it, and it would stick to stuff. You know, like a real arrow. You know, that's what it does. It sticks to stuff.
If only real arrows just suction cups to people.
Well, I mean,
So many lives.
they wouldn't give
would
me
still-
real ones, so this was I loved it, man, and I had a really good hat, like the Robin Hood hat. You know how it is kind of pointed. My mom actually made it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Back then, this is back when women would take their kids to the fabric store
And hit them.
and they would find
with a sandal.
and you could go and you could actually find the patterns for whatever kind of costume you wanted, like Robin Hood, or you could be
Checking like Fabric Warehouse and fucking.
Yes,
Michael's,
yes.
wasn't Michael's a place like that?
yeah. Sleeping Beauty or the Turtles.
Turtle
Ninja
Shell.
Turtles.
Turtle Shell. I was a turtle when I was younger.
Yeah, I was Raphael.
I was Leonardo.
Oh, okay.
My mom
Nice.
she was like, yeah, we had to get you 2 swords. I was like, that's right. Because that's my favorite. But anyway, the shell was a pattern that she had somebody else make. Somebody else followed the pattern and got it from there. So it's a custom shell.
Yeah, and that's how costumes used to be. Women used to be more nitty and stuff like that. And
Now they're more...
now there's not as much demand for like fabric and stuff. Well, and it would show you what the costume looked like on the package. And
yeah, I remember those packages.
Yeah.
Those like soft white packages.
yeah, exactly. And you would open it up and you would just buy this much of this fabric, this much of that fabric. Well, she made the leggings, the torso piece, and the hat. Had like, I think it was like a blue and a red and like an orange feather in it. And it actually looked really cool, and it had that nice point to it, like coming down in the front, and then like how it kind of pointed almost straight up, almost looked like a triangle from the side view. It was really cool, and I actually wore that several times, like just like around the house, other than Halloween, just
Same here.
running around in it, like I am Robin Hood.
Yeah, my mom totally sold me out. She was like, oh yeah, all the time. She's like, it wasn't even October. And I was like, Mom, Jesus. But it's really funny that
We
she
had
remembers.
to take him out in public in that.
Yeah. It's like, actually, yeah.
I didn't really
she's just
wear
got a
that
great sense of humor because she also loved to dress up as a kid. And still dressed up as of recently, as a couple years back. She was Wonder Woman when she was working at a bar as a bartender. So I'd forgotten about that, so she reminded me. I was like, that's right, I got a fucking picture of that somewhere. I think it's on a phone there.
I love Wonder Woman. She's awesome.
Oh yeah,
And I feel like it's a great character for women, like because it's very empowering for women. The whole idea of Wonder Woman is
you don't see many Virgin Mary Halloween costumes that aren't slutty.
Yeah, no. Well, and Wonder Woman, she can be. I think she can be classy or slutty. Whatever.
She can do both really well.
Yeah. She wears glasses.
Do you have a particular fond memory of Halloween that sticks out in your mind?
Halloween. I remember that I remember going to Austin and to a Halloween party up there, a college Halloween party up there that was pretty awesome.
Oh, and you were what, 5, 6?
No, I was I was like, I want to say 20, 21, something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So this is very recent.
Yeah, like last 12 years or so. And I went up and I was probably more like 23. Yeah, it was more like 23. Anyways, I went up there and it was just at this big ass house that I guess was like a frat house.
Damn, that house got a big ass.
Yeah, it was just a big frat house, and it was just a college party. And everybody was dressed up. I think
Togas?
A couple of girls were dressed as like Sarah.
Whores?
Yes, and one was dressed as Sarah. My cousin was actually dressed as Sarah Palin.
Oh,
I was dressed as I was actually dressed as a junkie. I had wind pants on, blue wind pants, and then I had like just a basic white undershirt on with like I took like just like some charcoal and like put like little finger black marks all over it, and I had my girl at the time actually did my makeup, like just put like dark circles around my eyes. You know, didn't really like paint my face or anything, but just put a lot of darkness around my eyes, and you know, so they look really sunk in. And I had this. It was like I want to say it was a. It looked like a syringe, but it was like for cooking and stuff, and it was really fat, like
Like a baster.
yeah, like a baster, and I think it was like maybe 1.5 inches in diameter, so it was really fat, and I taped it to the inside of my forearm with like the needle part like pointing towards like the inside of my elbow, and I got some fake blood. And I just put a ton of blood, like just all over the inside of that elbow, and had it all run down the top and bottom of my arm. And yeah, I was just a junkie for Halloween. And
That means two things.
yeah, and then my what do you call it? And then my other cousin, he was dressed as an inmate. He had like it was like an orange jumpsuit, but he like kind of had it down by the waist and just had like a white T-shirt on top, you know. It wasn't like there weren't like a lot of elaborate costumes, but the party was.
Were you the most elaborate?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I didn't. It wasn't like I stood out.
Would that be the most that you put effort into a costume?
No, I think probably the most effort I put into a costume was when I was the Grim Reaper.
Oh, really?
I actually had the Grim the scythe.
The sickle?
Yeah, sickle, scythe, and
the cats and the sickle and the silver scythe.
And I had painted my face like white. And again,
you were in whiteface, huh?
Again with the sunken eyes, and I actually my chick at the time actually made the costume that I wore like it was just a big robe that like a pullover robe, and I wore like a black rope, you know, as a belt. No, it wasn't a black rope. It was a chain. I actually had like a lock and chain that was my belt, and it kind of hung down a little bit. And I had and I actually got these contacts off the internet. They were called sclera contacts, and essentially they're like the ones that like Data wore, you know, for his character. Brent Spiner wore for his character. Brent Spiner wore as his character Data.
Yeah.
Where essentially the contact covers the whole eye, so you have to lift like your top eyelid up, and you like slide the top half of it up in there, and then you have to pull the bottom lid part of your eyelid.
I've seen those
around and under.
I've never put those in.
Around and over, and mine were both
around and in.
Yeah, both of mine were completely black. So like my whole eye just looked black, and it was actually weird.
None more black.
Like they had like they said don't drive with them because it destroys your.
It's like putting fucking sunglasses, like driving with sunglasses at night. Like
no, it's not like that.
Why not?
Not like that at all. You still have clear vision, but you don't have the peripheral.
I imagine
like you're like if you were to put your hands like flat. And just put them on the side of your eyes.
Like blinders on a horse?
Yes, like blinders on a horse.
Yeah.
That's the best way to describe it.
Well, wherever there's not light, you know what I'm saying? Your eyes won't focus. So, like, if you've got...
But when you would turn...
So those things are that thick that they're actually comparable to blinders?
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, like, it's black. You, like, your
deadly game.
Your peripheral vision is black. You can't see it, but if you turn your eye, you know, your contact will turn some, you know, but you're still not getting
still dark.
Like you can't see like what's anything on the side of your eye. So
I can't.
So that's why it's not good for driving. You know?
I wouldn't see a situation where you would need to have those end drive.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're driving to a Halloween party. But but yeah,
Throw this man in jail.
But I was freaking people out. Like they'd be talking to me and stuff, and they would have to like break conversation and tell me that I was freaking them out because like they're like
You're all licking your lips. You're like,
because they couldn't tell. You can't tell where somebody's looking when they have those contacts on.
I imagine it.
Because it's all black. You don't know if they're looking directly at you.
So I shine a flashlight in your eyes. It's still gonna be black.
Yeah.
Awesome. And you're like, take that fucking flashlight
Yeah,
out of my
what
eye.
the fuck's wrong with you? But you would, like, I could be looking square you in the face, like, my face could be facing you, but I could be looking off to the left, and you wouldn't even be able to tell, because the whole eye is black.
What's his name? Wes from Limp Bizkit used to wear those. What's his last name? Wes Borland?
The guitar player.
Yeah, from
Yeah.
Limp Bizkit. He used to wear those blackout contact lenses.
Right on. I don't remember his last name. I just knew him as Wes.
I think it's Borland. I might be wrong. Am I thinking of Al Borland from Tool Time?
No, I don't know. I think of Wes. When I think of Wes, I think of Wes Craven.
Or Wes Anderson?
Yeah, Wes Anderson too.
Yeah.
But I think Wes Craven. Especially with Halloween this close.
Fucking shit. Fucking Friday comes out.
Yeah. Yeah, I really want to see that. I think it's gonna be a good movie. I think it's gonna be worth going to see.
They showed a clip.
At least it looks really good in the theaters.
They showed a clip on the Late Late Show with Jimmy Gordon or whatever, and fucking they showed Michael busting through the door and fucking grabbing Jamie Lee Curtis and bashing her head against the fucking door while she's still holding a shotgun.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, Jesus Christ, shoot him already, like fucking. But it was like, she was sideways, like up against, so like the gun's facing this way, and he just like reached through and grabbed her head. So it was like, fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And especially the way I'm describing it, listeners, when I say reach through and grab this way, use your imagination.
But it seems like, Jamie Lee Curtis's character is just hell fucking bent on killing Michael in this movie.
Hell bent for Michael.
Yeah, I really think it's gonna be interesting to see how this finally plays out. Because it seems like 40 years later,
Two walk in, one walks out with a limp. There's always somebody limping at the end of a horror movie. There's always somebody dragging a leg or something like that.
Before they get smashed.
It's always the same
or
thing.
chainsawed
or like they'll get shot in the arm, but they're still limping, and it's like, why are you limping?
You were shot in the arm.
Yeah, it's like, it's like,
your arm isn't that heavy.
For real. It's like, what are you doing?
Take away this ball and chain.
So, something else Halloween related you care to share, sir?
Well, I also was Spock for Halloween one
Say
time.
what now? When? What? Do you have any photos of this?
Yes, there is proof at my house somewhere, and in my data banks, and my computer as well.
I'm picturing a bank teller that it's data, and
please fill your form out.
Yeah.
And and if he's a bank teller, he's gonna have that visor that he wears when he plays poker.
Yes.
He's gonna have that.
Unnecessarily, it's like, you don't need that. It's never mind.
Yes, but I feel that people.
Oh God! I said never mind.
Of course, I don't think Data said that. I feel, except for those couple of movies.
Because I do not. It's
Yeah.
like, well, you got me there, Data.
Mm-hmm. Well, anyways, I was Spock, and
fucking Spock.
I was not fucking him. I was.
That
just
would be a
impersonating
crazy
him.
costume. So we talking blue uniform?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
With the old school Spock, with the pointed Starfleet symbol with the rings on it, for science. And I had fake pointed ears that we glued onto the tops of my ears, and they look fairly legit, and not quite as good as his, obviously, because he has like 8 people doing that, and and then I had my mom put some makeup on to cover up my eyebrows, how they like kind of curve down as they go outward.
Really?
Yeah, she covered that up and then drew in ones that went upward. You know, like they do in
On the west side?
Yeah.
They draw in their eyeliner and they get them tattooed
Yeah,
in?
but they just make them like upside down V's and they just look surprised all the time.
And how? No, that's amazing. Out of everything I've ever been, I've never been a member of
Ladies,
Star Trek.
you were born with eyebrows. You were born with eyebrows.
And they're beautiful. Unless you've already gotten rid of them and you've got tattoos.
And no man has ever said, you know, I was gonna, you know, go out with this chick or have sex with this woman, but she's got eyebrows. Yeah, I just can't fuck a woman with eyebrows.
Oh, wow. You know,
no man has ever said that.
You know what,
That's
sir?
the point I'm trying to make.
You know what, sir? I beg to differ. I bet you there is some man somewhere that has said that.
Yeah, but I don't know him. I've
Infinite
never
possibilities,
met him.
man.
Yes,
Infinite possibilities.
yeah, but that's like 1 out of, I don't know, 7 billion people. Okay, well, 3.5, you know, we figure half and half.
Yeah.
But,
remember, the snap in Avengers, half those people are gone.
Yeah, so.
We're dealing with that.
Yeah, I think that definitely, yeah, eyebrows, guys really don't care about your eyebrows. They really don't. And I mean, as long as it's not like a bushy unibrow.
Wow.
As long as it's not a bushy unibrow, then
wow.
You might need to, you know, pluck the unibrow. But anything other than that, you know, if you have 2 of them, you know, I think we're good.
If you have 2 bushy unibrows. Okay, ladies, for all you unibrowed ladies out there, don't listen to my friend.
Just pluck them.
You're beautiful just the way you are, because there's a whole bunch of people that got a fetish for unibrows, so really? Find yourself one of them and you'll be alright.
That's a thing?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Everything's a thing now.
If it isn't yet, it will be.
Yeah, there's nothing new under the sun. I got it. But either way, Spock. I had nice pointed eyebrows, and I had boots too. I had the like black
like fucking
slip-on boots.
Yeah.
That, you know, and the black.
Ned Flanders called them Beetle boots or whatever.
Well, Ned Flanders can go fuck himself.
Stupid, sexy Flanders.
Yeah, I think that it was. I thought that was a really good costume too.
That sounds amazing. Because
I just felt like, you know how sometimes when you're a little kid.
When you went on about your Robin Hood costume, I was like, wow, my friend really was like more tame. And I was like, funny. I thought, because I was very basic. I was Spider-Man. I was, like I said, the most extreme things were the Ninja Turtle that was a whole fucking suit, and then the E.T. extraterrestrial with the fucking, I think my chest was lit up. I had a fucking gloves, were all elongated. I had a fucking mask. People took pictures with me. Other than that, Superman, Batman, Spider-Man. I was all those guys over and over again, but I was never Kirk. I was never Spock, and that's so cool that you broke that.
Yeah, because I loved watching Star Trek as a kid. I like the whole idea of Star Trek and all the infinite possibilities that it represented was fascinating to me. You know, I love space. Yeah, and I actually was also, I think I was a baseball player at one point. I was a
playing the field.
Yes. I had let's see, who else was I? I think I was a hippie one year. Like I had
you had the hair already, or was this a wig?
It was a wig.
Oh, okay.
But I was a hippie one year. I was actually Gene Simmons one year.
No shit.
Yeah, my mom painted my face all up.
Half Peter Chris, half Gene Simmons.
Yeah, and I had like this, and I had this wig like with the big hair and 80s hair and everything like they had. And it was that one was a pretty cool one too that I did.
What was that? Like what can you remember what year that was?
I was probably like 16.
Oh wow.
15, 16.
I would say maybe it was around I don't know. I don't remember the last thing I dressed up as, truthfully. I don't.
I was Jim Morrison one year, but that was pretty much what I was wearing at the time anyway.
Were you the Jim Morrison from fucking Wayne's World?
No, well, no. I was more like the Jim Morrison from
The Doors.
like Val Kilmer's
that
Jim
70s
Morrison.
band, The Doors.
Yeah. Oh, fucking Jeremy. Now I had a leather jacket, you know, and then I had like black pants on that they weren't leather, of course, because I couldn't afford leather.
I don't imagine you would want to be hot.
But I had black
leather pants.
It was cold outside. It was really cold.
I guess it would be October, wouldn't it?
And I had black jeans on, you know, and I had like the boots kind of like he had, and you know, I had curly hair at the time.
Like a son of a bitch.
Yeah, like it wasn't really long, but it was like almost shoulder length and like curly. You know, I kind of looked like a bad representation of him, but you know, enough for Halloween.
Right on.
So I did that. I was probably like 18. You know, it was a lazy costume. I mean, like I said, and I had the long sleeve white shirt.
Why
That
is
was
Jim
the other
Morrison
thing.
wearing a Jim Morrison shirt?
Yeah, no, I had a white long sleeve button up like he would wear.
Yeah, it's more comfortable than.
Well, and Jim had a good sense of fashion. Like he was subtle but classy most of the time when he would dress, especially when he knew he was going to be photographed.
Decent gentleman blouse selections by that man. Very decent gentleman blouse selections, because he could have easily looked like he was wearing a girl's shirt by some of the designs just in that era.
Yeah.
Well,
there were more frills back in the 60s.
They look piratey sometimes,
yeah.
but not too overdone. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's a gentleman's blouse, and he just doesn't look like he's wearing girls' clothes. He doesn't look like a cross-dresser.
And Jim was very masculine.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he's trying to be a woman. You know what I'm saying?
he
some of the, like, I'm thinking like New York Dolls.
Oh, okay.
Like, those motherfuckers were wearing tight clothes.
And Jimi Hendrix dressed like that, too, a lot.
Jimi Hendrix did wear...
But he was a little more flary.
He wore scarves and shit like that.
Yeah, he was a little more flary about it, but he had a lot of them frills going on. I think Mick Jagger did, too. You know, he would wear... that was the style.
Mick Jagger, I believe,
of the late 60s.
Would pretend... some nights he's a woman, some nights he's a man, I feel like, with Mick Jagger.
Well, you just say that because he had gay sex at one point.
With a bunch of people.
Well, he fucked pretty much anything.
Yeah.
But...
I guess that's the way it was then. Boy, I'm glad I'm not a rock star.
What? You think just because...
You gotta go to the club! No, I don't want to go to the club!
8-drop soup.
That's just for all you folks out there.
Lozano.
Okay.
I'm back. You know how to say make your greeting call? What I say?
Say thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening.
You're welcome.
It's good eating.
What the fuck?
Jethro Bodine.
What the fuck is that?
Jethro Bodine. Every time they kill a roadkill, good eating.
I don't know. I'm lost, you guys.
The Clampets.
I don't.
Very good
I'm
business.
not.
That's the way they talk.
I don't watch
He
that
went.
much TV.
He went to Oxford.
Because remember, he was the cousin.
Yeah.
He was,
Oxford.
the girl was the daughter.
The Beverly
Oxford,
what?
Beverly Hillbillies.
He said Oxford. Yeah. The banker thought, man, this guy Oxford was in second grade.
Hopefully you enjoyed this show, and if not, well, I don't really care. But if you did enjoy it, then I would like to hear from you. You can send me a dirty message, maybe even a little garbled, I don't mind, to the Adrian Lozano Show at gmail.com. You can also hit me up on the gram at Adrian Marcus with a K, Lozano, not all one word, as well as at Marcus Lozano, Marcus again with a K, on the Twitter. Thank you so much for listening, and enjoy the rest of whatever it is you are doing.
You have been listening to the Adrian Lozano Show.
And to all you sports fans out there, just understand this. I am not a sports fan, nor do I advocate the use of sports. I think it's wrong. However, that being said, the Washington Redskins defeated the good old Dallas Cowboys 20-17. So yeah, that was that's awesome. So take that into your area of where you claim domain. You just let people know that the Redskins beat the Cowboys. Just from me to you and from them to us, take that into your weenus.